On the road today, Marcus and I, we drove about an hour from Palm Coast to New Smyrna Beach, visiting an old friend. Actually, she isn't that old. She's just as beautiful as she always was 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when I met her the very first time in Montauk at Gurney's Inn Resort and then and Seawater Spa. Miss Linda Troeller, a very, very special artist, a photographer, a storyteller, a filmmaker, and then some. Miss Linda, I think you need a little sip of water, don't you?
Oh, that would be great. Thank you.
There you go. We are here today to talk a little bit about this really huge award that was given to you last year. Explain to us, please, what's entitled.
This was a journey that started just before COVID to make a documentary film about my following the waters called Healing Waters. And, when you make a film, it's a long-term project. Not only you have to pull it together, get people to interview you, have a director, all of that. And that came to me from Derek Johnson, who wanted to make this story about my life. And so after you get all that done, then you enter film festivals to raise the credibility of your film and get a distributor. So it was really exciting. The first place we got accepted to was the Albuquerque Film Festival. And it was really exciting. Our film, Healing Waters, won the Audience Award. And everybody flew in, all of the sound, makeup,
How
hair.
exciting, right?
It was huge. And we loved the region and the people that sponsored it. So from there, it was entered into a few other things, and I said, why shouldn't I be part of a women's film festival? Because the director is both Derek Johnson and Ali Scatterwood. They did. And then it got accepted at the Nevada Women's Film Festival.
That is big.
Las Vegas.
Cool.
I'm out there.
Yeah.
Right? It was a big one. It was their 10th anniversary. And the director, Nikki, took a liking to this film. And it was up against the top films. They attended the whole 5-day festival with parties at night and, getting to know the other filmmakers and the struggles and the accolades and getting to know the committee. And then on the last night, my husband was with me the whole time, but he booked a ticket back a day early.
Yeah.
And he had to go to the airport at 8 o'clock. And it was the final award night.
Yeah.
And he, we just miscalculated.
Yeah.
Because I had on a gorgeous gown. My girlfriend came. My girlfriend flew in. I mean, it was big. And, she gave me gloves with glitter. And, I felt like a queen, even if I didn't win.
Yeah.
The best woman, a motorcyclist, won that one. It was best protagonist. And I was like really done that I didn't get that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they say a long introduction that sounded like me.
Yeah.
And they say, this year we're inaugurating the legendary Vanguard Award to the most amazing. And they went on and on and on. And all of a sudden they said my name and they said, she'll come to the stage.
Yes.
And I'm in this evening gown and they gave me the microphone to talk and
yes.
clapping and stuff. And it was really an appreciation for my whole art genre.
Yes.
And it was really exciting.
Yes.
So I can tell you, there were then there were 100 of us on the stage. We all got roses.
Yeah.
It was huge. And it was so exciting.
So exciting.
And it was my birthday.
Yes.
My 70th birthday.
How special. Linda, how special. Well, you are.
70? It was my birthday.
Please, I was just going to...
We don't really know which one. It was only last year, so I think it was more like just my birthday.
Yes. Linda, you are a very, very special person to me. You will always be. I met you the first time, I don't know, 30 years ago, 25 years ago at Gurney's Inn in Montauk, famous seawater spa that Nick Monty had founded. And the Monty family was always very, very supportive of you and your work, of course. And there are several books out there that we can still purchase. Healing Waters. I think we are in the meantime on the first, second, and third edition, right?
Yeah, actually, they can go to my website, lindatroeller.com,
Yes.
for all my books now.
Yes. Linda, what's next? You said that you are slowing down. For some reason, I don't believe it.
Yeah, that's not true.
Not true.
I'm doing some interesting things. We're in my home studio right now in Smyrna Beach, where I made this big change from life in New York City and a summer house in New Jersey to come to this beautiful resort town. And I chose a location and a home where I can invite people, especially in the art world.
Yeah.
And so I will be donating, coming up April 6th, the Horse and Around auction. I will, here at the Atlantic Center for the Arts, I'll be donating 2 visits for couples. It's going to be $400 fundraiser for each couple, and they will see my portfolio, have a glass of wine and cheese, and see my studio. So I'm really excited that the director came up with that idea rather than donating a bunch of books in a bag. It's just fabulous. So meanwhile, I was very attracted to the moss, the Spanish moss in the trees here. Right from the very beginning, I thought they were lyrical.
Aren't they amazing?
And beautiful. And in fact, I chose my house. I mean, it was clear when I walked in and saw the property.
It's you.
Yeah.
It's
was
you.
It was already like something I had to do.
Yes.
So I started a project.
Yes.
It's called Women in the Moss.
Linda, people meet for reasons. People meet for a reason. They have a message for each other. You and I, we met for a reason. And we had a fantastic time when you were creating, photographing the healing waters, the famous seawater waters coming out of the ocean those days. I don't know if they still are doing this. But when Nick Monty first filled the pools and the Roman bath, it was real seawater.
Yes, and I understood that the owner drank a little seawater every day.
Yes,
and
he
when
did.
I went up to your office the first time to shoot there, you took me back to meet him.
Yes.
And he was having his seawater delivered.
Yes, yes. And I have some greetings for you. Paul Monty, part of the famous Monty family of Montauk. When I told him this morning that I would go and visit Linda Troeller, he said, healing waters. That was so spontaneous and so true.
Well, Ingrid, you organized a couple of things for me. You organized one of the first book signings for Healing Waters.
Exhibition, big exhibition. We had your photographs framed everywhere.
We had books, and like an Olympic swimmer from Long Island showed up and bought a couple books because she was into swimming. I thought that was pretty amazing. And what was fitted our personalities together was you were like totally creative. You're like, oh, you want to, investigate our spa, you got to try things. And you were very open about letting me kind of, get the immersive experience so I could make really good pictures. And so that was incredible. And sometimes we even did shoots together when I asked you to participate.
Yes.
It was really, it was a combination because, we worked with roses and things floating, petals in the water long before it was on, all the ads. We like carved space. But I loved picking pictures. I had made like my technique. I love taking pictures of people walking towards me and, finding them in the movement. And so we did that in the water.
Yes.
And in the salt water with beautiful gown. And these ideas were a mixture of of you being like an art director and me
A little bit,
responding,
little
or
bit.
me saying, oh, but I want that. And I made some very successful pictures at Gurney's. I appreciated it. And they're in 2 of my books, and they're in my film, Healing
Wonderful,
Waters.
wonderful. Miss Linda, we're coming to an end now. Unfortunately, Linda Troeller forever. Her website is www.lindatroeller.com.
Come.
Yes, that she is. And Troeller is spelled Troeller. Very important. Look at that smile. Come on, give me that smile one more time. I love it. We love you, Linda, very, very much.